You had a great topic this week. I love it. Trading the last day of the month. And, where does that show itself? Does it show itself in every market, or is it specific to mostly stock index futures?
Why the end of the month? Why does it matter? And it's primarily index futures to answer your question. I don't trade the other markets on the end of the month. I don't look at them in the same manner as I do with equity indexes. Going back to the trading floor, I remember a handful of times where everybody would always be in the pit. It would be an FOMC. It would be the market open, the market closes. It would be end of the months, first day of the months. And why are people in for those specific times? And some of them aren't, they're like, I only mentioned FOMC in terms of a time where everybody be there. The rest of the times is just time, right? Mornings, afternoons, end of the months, beginning of the months. When you look at it from the perspective of a trader, the traders are always looking to see where flow is. We talk a lot about order flow here. End of the months are a time when big traders, big players in the space have to do something. And when I say have to do something, it's a time when you get to that last few minutes of the close, and the people that maybe bought or sold at the beginning of the month are either buying or selling at the last day of the month. A lot of shuffling in terms of, end of the month, end of the day orders are all coming through at once. So those are orders that are hitting the tape that have to be done. Okay. And so anytime a trader in the space has to do something, they become more exposed, right? Throughout the middle of the day and throughout the middle of the month, think about it from this perspective. A lot of times people are doing stuff if they have to buy, for example, 1,000 E-minis or 10,000 E-minis. They're not going to the market all at once. They'll slowly be buying or selling because they don't want to either spook the market, or they want to be kind of hidden. They'll basically buy 50 at a time, or 100 at a time, and slowly get their way into the market. Because anytime a big player in the space has to do something, they try to disclose that as best they can, right? And they're not going to be in a big hurry to reveal what they have to do. But at the end of the month, you have a lot of people all at once that have to do something, right? I mean, you've even got day traders that at the end of the day have to get out because of margin requirements overnight. So you have all of these people coming together all at once that have to do something. So why does it matter so much to someone like me? And why do I think this is such an important topic? I talked about 25 years in the space. If I go back and look at my career, the best days I've had, if I had to take my top 50 best days, 50% of those are probably going to be the last day of the month. And it's because of, when we get to the charts, I'll show you some things that I look at. It's because in those moments, I can take on a very minimal amount of price risk for a really good amount of price reward. Mm-hmm. And it's because a lot of times, even though there's a ton of volume coming in at the end of the day, at the last few minutes at the end of the month, a lot of times it's one directional, just because there could be, there's always going to be some sort of weighted volume that comes in, meaning the volume is going to be weighted to the buy side or to the sell side. I mean, sometimes it's pretty balanced. Like you see at the end of every day, most of you probably see these volume spikes at the end of the day. Well, that's just a lot of traders closing out books, and you're going to see a lot of volume on both sides. And a lot of times it balances out. It doesn't really mean much of anything. It's just at the end of the day, a lot of big orders are coming in. I mean, a lot of times I'm closing out orders or entering orders, as many of you are too. So you have a lot of people coming in. But at the end of the month, it can be swayed a little bit.